Meeting called to order. This is the June 9th, 2026 Mayor and Council meeting. Would the clerk read the statement of compliance, please?
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-6 et sec, having been duly advertised and posted in the municipal building in compliance with NJSA 10:4-8D. The meeting will adjourn no later than 10 p.m. unless the majority of the council members present vote to extend the time.
All rise for Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. Council President, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Proceed. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Mayor Kamala?
Here.
Council President Talnini?
Here.
Councilman Dumbert?
Here.
Councilman Eilert?
Here.
Councilman Pignatelli? Councilwoman Rose?
Here.
Councilman Saliani?
Here.
We have a motion to excuse Councilman Pignatelli.
So moved.
Who's got it? Steve, who's got the second? Second, Mr. Dumpert. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we're up to the mayor's report. We got a lot of stuff. Oh, what do we have?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was like, where you going, Mayor? I had it wrong on my page,
Okay.
sorry.
We have a lot of stuff going on here in town right now. Obviously, we have paving. For the people who live on the north end of the town, with all the work the Public Service has been doing, I'm happy to announce that we have met, and they're going to start paving in the last week of June. The signs are out right now. The sign board is notifying everybody, so that work is going to begin. Also, the McCoy Road, when you come in from the top of Yawpo, that road is going to be also replaced, and that's going to be done by Lennar, the property owner that put in that subdivision up there. So they're responsible for fixing that road as well. The borough is still currently working on our road program, and once we have that done, we'll be making announcements for the paving that the borough is going to do. This is probably going to be, Mr. Coos, probably sometimes late summer, early fall, correct? By the time it goes out to bid and everything, we're looking at August, September?
Yeah, I would expect the work to occur in the fall.
Yep. Also, solid waste, or better known as garbage. The new contract is starting with Pompton Lakes on July 1st. All the residents are going to be receiving a letter in the mail outlining what the service is all about, including how to access the recycling center and everything that goes along with that. We're also going to be putting it on social media, so everybody's aware of that. The carnival, that's the big headline here, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. I'm going to certainly defer to Councilwoman Rose. She's going to talk about that under her report and Access for All, which is really a special one-hour program on Saturday for people with disabilities. This past week, we had interviews to hire 3 police officers. We interviewed 5 candidates. We're going to be hiring 3. And the swearing in is going to be taking place at the next council meeting, which is going to be June 23rd, if they accept the letters. Affordable housing update, Judge Cranston has requested a meeting. There's going to be a hearing this Thursday, just for an update on, where we are within the process. We have nothing to report at this time. DEP had canceled our first meeting with them, so we're basically just in a waiting game right now. We're working through this. McDonald's. All right, so there's a lot of buzz about McDonald's. It looks like they are going to be getting their TCO, temporary certificate of occupancy, this week. They're looking to do a soft open next week, as early as next week. I can't give you the day in case it slips, but it's imminent, around the corner. So McDonald's is indeed opening. Route 202 and 287, I'm happy to report that we finally got to the right people at DOT, the island on 287 from 202 south. You notice they've been working all night, on nights on that. They've replaced all the pavement, and they've also fixed the sidewalks as you're walking on the southbound side underneath the bridge of 287 as you're going to the Walgreens area. Also, as part of the McDonald's program as well, part of the developer's agreement included that piece of missing sidewalk when you're walking down 202 South past the Walgreens. When you came out from underneath the bridge, you always got pushed into Route 202, and then to get back onto the sidewalk to continue on. Part of the developer's agreement, we worked with McDonald's, was it was required that they replace that sidewalk. All right, so that sidewalk got installed today. They still have to do some of the brickwork or pavers that go along with that on both sides, but that's a work in progress, and that'll be dealt at a later date. But it was important to have that sidewalk in before they had their TCL, so that work is indeed complete. The Truman Field for the rec people, I see the commissioner sitting right here. The Truman Field lighting project is now complete, so we no longer have to rent generators for the soccer program that goes on. And I believe she has received all the access through the app, so we now have access to turn the lights on and off through the rec program. Flag Day ceremony, just to remind everybody, that is June 14th. It's a Monday. That'll be held at Veterans Park. The Elks they actually host the program itself, and you'll probably see Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts down there as part of the program. It's actually pretty interesting to come down and really, when they go through this program, it's done every year, and they go through the history of the American flag. It's really it's a pretty special program. So we encourage people to come down to 6 p.m. down at Veterans Park. And one other piece of information, as you recall, we passed the streetscape. We now have Boswell under contract. We're currently working through the streetscape itself right now. So once again, the streetscape program goes from Franklin Ave all the way to Oak Street. So they're going to be breaking that apart, which is going to include new sidewalks, new street lighting, the decorative lighting that you see in Walgreens and McDonald's. So we're starting to knit this whole project together. And just to remind everybody, the craft market is this weekend, and that concludes my report. Do I have a motion open to public?
Second.
Who's got it?
That was Councilman Dunford.
Dunford, who's got the second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Saliani. Anybody from the public wish to address the governing body?
Ryan Schwertbaker, 130 Hiawatha Boulevard, wearing two different hats. So I'll start off with on the Communications Commission end. We're going to be at the Carnival Wednesday through Saturday. We have a table for what we do at the Communications Commission, but also a table for the Friends of Oakland Communications, which is the nonprofit organization that's supporting what the Oakland Communications Commission is doing. We welcome everyone to come down, learn more about what's going on in town with us here at the Communications Commission and what the Friends does. And if anyone is interested in getting involved, we'd love to have them on board. And then me as a resident, I was very excited to read the news that came out on the Borough Facebook and Instagram pages about the work that's going to be done on 287. I think I could speak for most people and say that it's probably going to be very annoying when all that work's going on, but the highway desperately needs it, so I was very glad to see that that's going to wind up happening. I read, it says on here, it was going to repair the concrete traveling pavement, rehabilitate the shoulder pavement, add the thin overlay on the entire roadway, ramps resurface at select interchanges, and also includes the replacement of existing guide rail and traffic signals at the entrance and exit ramps to I-287. So I was just curious, I know you probably don't necessarily know the answer, but I at least think the town should inquire with the state. I know you're going to be doing all the work with the decorative street lamps going throughout the town. This might be a nice tie-in. I've seen it in other places of the state, and when I've traveled, they've gotten nice traffic light poles and things like that. I think that might be nice to see if we could work with the state, where if they're already going to be replacing these as part of this project, let's create that nice cohesive look for downtown and see if maybe we can make that look nice instead of those ugly gray poles that we see everywhere. And on top of that, I know there's always other issues that people bring up with 287, with the speeding, the big curve in the road. I don't know how much of that is going to be really addressed by them doing some of this work, although I'm sure some of it, as a side effect, will be helpful. But I just want to make sure that the town brings up those concerns to DOT, and maybe if they're already here doing some of that, we can try and get some of these other issues that we've had for a long time addressed.
Just so the public knows, there is a comment period. The article that Mr. Schwartzberg is referencing is on the website. There is a area for comments and how you can file comments concerning Route 287. It's going to be, the job's going to be from Morristown up to Oakland. It's probably, I think it's a 3 or 4 year project to do that.
Yeah, it was going to
testing.
be for, the comment period is Tuesday, June 16th through Tuesday, June 30th. And yeah, it looks like it's going to take a few years to get done. So like I said, I know it's going to be probably annoying for all of us to deal with it, but anyone who drives 287 knows that the highway desperately needs the help. So I think we'll all be glad when it's all over and we have a nice, smoother highway that won't give people potholes and flat tires anymore. So thank you very much.
Anybody else? I think Danny's going first. Danny, or-
I didn't see it. No, go ahead.
Danny Delia, member of Open Public Events. Just bring everybody up to date with the carnival. It's the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. Wednesday and Thursday, it's 6 to 10. Friday, it's 6 to 11. Saturday, it's 5 to 11, with 2 to 4 for Access for All for the special needs. We open it up for those 2 hours for the special needs. I guess Jody's going to talk about it too, and how to get in contact with her. All right, that's all. Thank you.
Danny, was it, was Access for All was 5 to 6, right?
No,
No.
2 to 4.
Okay.
2 to 4.
2 to 4,
4.
because then we have an hour in between.
All right, thank you. Yep.
I am here, I'm Jody Goffredo, 44 Sioux Avenue. The Access for All Carnival is happening on Saturday, June 20th from 2 to 4. We're very excited for that. Lots of volunteers ready to go. I'm here to talk about something else, and I wrote it down, well, typed it in, because it's very complicated. So I'm here to talk about the affordable housing. During April and May, I volunteered at the Ponds Church Food Pantry, helping Oakland families, people who work in Oakland, and food pantry users from neighboring towns apply for affordable housing in Oakland. Applicants fell into 3 income categories: very low, low income, and moderate income, and units available included 1, 2, and 3 bedroom rentals. On June 8th, that was yesterday, the housing lottery was held via Zoom and open to all applicants to participate. During the meeting, it was evident that some participants were not Oakland residents. One individual was even seen on camera sitting on a beach wearing a bathing suit. Doesn't matter, I guess, but just so you guys know. Of the families I assisted, 4 are Oakland families. Unfortunately, they all ended up in the middle or lower portions of the lottery list. They are not prioritizing our Oakland families or the people that use emergency services, food services in Oakland. The top lottery selections do not appear to be individuals who live in Oakland, work in Oakland, or utilize Oakland's food pantry services. Sorry, I repeat myself. It does not seem that Oakland's affordable housing mandate ultimately supported the residents who need it most. I'm asking that the council to address this. I'm asking that you help ensure Oakland residents and those who work here or rely on essential services here are prioritized in future housing lotteries. Whether it involves writing letters, making phone calls, or speaking directly with legislators, I urge you to advocate for a system that reflects what Oakland intended and what residents deserve. You can. Hackensack does it, and my background is I work on a project with HUD. Hackensack does it, Englewood does it. Prioritize senior housing for their residents first, and then other residents. There is a second lottery to be held. They did this for 24. We have another 24 units, or I don't know what the balance was. You gotta stop it and do something now, because we have 2 families struggling, battling cancer that are at the not top of the list, and we want them to stay in Oakland. We're gonna have strangers living in Oakland. You know, I was driving in Hackensack the other day, and no, that was this morning, and I was daydreaming at a light, green light, and someone beeped their horn, and I was like, wow, well, I'm not in Oakland, because people in Oakland don't do that. But you're gonna get out of towners moving here, and you're gonna have people beeping. You know, they're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. You know, just they're not. You know, that makes sense. But we got to do something. You guys got to do something.
Thank you, Ms. Profeto. And just so the public knows, you used to be an ex-councilwoman here in Oakland as well. So,
Oh, yeah.
So we're, yeah, well, let me give it to my attorney. Go ahead.
So the issue is, by state law, we can't. prioritize open families. The reason Hackensack is allowed to do that is because they're an exempted urban municipality. That is just, I mean, the only people to talk to are your state legislators. Because under New Jersey state law, Oakland cannot prioritize Oakland residents in the housing lottery. The only municipalities that are allowed to do that are the ones that are exempted municipalities under the fourth round obligation. But otherwise, I mean, I think everyone up here, I won't speak for them, but I think that everybody wants Oakland first, but
I don't think that's good
there's,
enough.
there's just,
I understand that, but there are loopholes. You somehow figure it out. You're a lawyer, figure it out.
I wish there was a way. I deal with this all the time. There is no loophole around it. That is the state statute. That's the way that the lottery is run. And the only way around it is if you're an exempted urban municipality, and that's why Hackensack is allowed to give preference to their residents. There's, I think, 62 municipalities that were exempt from fourth round exemptions. But otherwise, the lottery has to be open to anyone that qualifies for affordable housing. Trust me, this is an issue that's coming up in every single town, and people are not happy about it. But if Oakland were to do it in a different way, we would be facing all kinds of civil rights penalties and stuff like that from the state, because that's the state mandate. That's what this affordable housing legislation is at its core. It's a social engineering experiment to try to blend communities together. So I mean, that's really what the policy, the stated and I'm not saying anything political, that's the stated policy goal of the legislation, to blend communities together. So the whole point of the affordable housing lottery from a state legislative perspective is to bring people that aren't from Oakland and bring them into Oakland. That is the stated purpose of the affordable housing legislation. So there's really nothing, I mean, there's just nothing that can be done, and the penalties that Oakland would face for trying to rig the lottery would be substantial. So there's just really nothing, I mean, this is not something that doesn't come up often. It comes up all the time. No one's found an exemption around it.
Gotta change it. It's not, I mean, for the legislators, some of the people.
It requires a legislative fix and trend.
Yeah.
Correct, Councilor?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
somehow you gotta change it. And, you know, take the families that have cancer. I looked at the whole list. I got the whole list. And I saw other families, people that I know, seniors that are on that list, middle to bottom. They're never gonna be able to utilize what we brought into town.
Well, I want to thank you for bringing this to our attention.
You're
We
welcome.
did not know that. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Good.
The last one.
Hi, Eric Schalbach, 61 Loyola Place. I'm also president of the Oakland Historical Society. We will have a booth at the carnival as well. And we'll have our vice president, Michelle Novak, is going to do some prototypes of T-shirts that might be relevant in the next year for Oakland's 125th anniversary celebration. And also, I will be there roughly from 6 to 10 on every day, all 4 days. If you're interested in talking with me about historic preservation in Oakland, and we can share ideas, I would probably also like to talk to residents and maybe record their like take a survey of their thoughts. So please stop by, talk to me, and I welcome that to anyone in Oakland. And also I'm looking forward to talking with you. So thank you very much.
Eric, I just want to thank you. You've really done, in the last year and a half, you've really reinvigorated the Historical Society, and thank you for all the work that you're doing down there with all the open houses and all the programs and the 250th. So thank you for.
Thank you very
your
much.
invitation.
And
And the
not
trees
just
off
me,
the
it's
house.
the members too. So
And the tree's been removed off the garage.
that's good. We had a tree fall off on
Yes.
the garage of the Van Allen house. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Not seeing anybody? Do I have a motion to close?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're up to approval of minutes. We've got May 26, 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Mr. Eiler, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Talamini, any discussion or changes? Not seeing any? Roll call.
Council President Talamini?
Yes.
Councilman Dumpert?
Yes.
Councilman Eilert?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rose?
Yes.
Councilman Saliani?
Yes.
All right, we have May 26, 2025 executive minutes. If there requires any changes to it, it can only be done in executive session. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Mr. Saliani,
Second.
Ms. Rose. Does anybody have any discussion? Not seeing any, roll call.
Council President Talamini?
Yes.
Councilman Dumbert?
Yes.
Councilman Eilert?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rose?
Yes.
Councilman Saliani?
Yes.
All right, we're up to special announcements, appointees, and raffles. First of all, I have, make the following appointments, and we can do this as a consent agenda. For Environmental Commission, this is with council consent, I'd like to put forward Edward Tirados. Ed is currently serving on the Board of Adjustment, and it really gives a nice blend for having Ed on the Environmental Commission, just like we've had Lee Hayman on the Planning Board, and it gives visibility across the borough. For the Zoning Board of Adjustment, I'd like to appoint Karen Collier for alternate 1. Okay. Karen's term it's an unexpired term ending in 12/31/26. What that does is that moves Mr. Ed Chirados, and I'm going to move him up to a full member for the balance of that term, which ends 12/31/2027. For the Planning Board,
Planning board's your direct appointment.
oh, it's a direct appointment, okay. So with those two, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second?
Is that Steve?
I believe Mr. Eiler did. A roll call?
Council President Talamini?
Yes.
Councilman Dumbert?
Yes.
Councilman Eilert?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rose?
Yes.
Councilman Saliani?
Yes.
All right, for a mayoral appointment, I'd like to appoint Mr. Anthony Darcy. He will fill the alternate 2 position on expired term, expiring 12/31/27. We're up to raffles and licenses. We have authorized raffle license RL 1605 for the Oakland Education Foundation for raffle on June 19th in support of the Oakland Education Foundation at the Carnival, 20 Lawler Drive. Authorized raffle license RL 1606 for the Sports Association of Oakland for a tricky tray on July 31st, 2026 in support of Oakland Recreation Soccer and Camp at 24 Lawler Drive, Oakland, New Jersey. Authorized raffle license RL 1607 for the Sports Association of Oakland for a 50/50 on July 11th, 2026 in support of Oakland Recreation Soccer Camp at 24 Lawler Drive, Oakland, New Jersey. Do I have the motion to approve?
So moved.
Mr. Saliani, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Talamini, roll call.
Council President Talamini?
Yes.
Councilman Dumbert?
Yes.
Councilman Eilert?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rose?
Yes.
Councilman Saliani?
Yes.
All right, we have the following resolutions. We're going to be pulling the last one out. We have 26-184 authorized tax refund due to overpayment for Mr. or Mrs. Hoffman. 26-185 authorized tax exemption refund for disabled veteran Greff. 26-186 authorized recreation refunds. 26-187 authorized accrued time payout for Tim Keenan. 26-188 accrued payout to Conklin. 26-189 authorized and hire camp staff. 26-190 authorized liquor license renewals for the years 2026 through 2027. 26-191 authorized club liquor license renewals for the year 2026 through 2027. 26-192 authorized water and sewer council contract. 26-193 authorized contract appraisal systems for our annual reassessment. 26-194 authorized refund of taxes due for duplicate payment for the Adel Schwab family. And 26-195 authorized auction of surplus property, equipment, and vehicles for the Borough of Oakland. And do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Second. Second. Any discussion? Anybody wish to pull any out? Not seeing any? Roll call.
Council President Talamini?
Yes.
Councilman Dumbert?
Yes.
Councilman Eilert?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rose?
Yes.
Councilman Saliani?
Yes.
All right, the reason I pulled out 28-196, this is a resolution authorizing the appointment of municipal representatives to the Bergen County Community Redevelopment Regional Committee. The mayor gets 2 appointments. I have appointed Administrator Coons and our CFO as far as my appointments. It's up to the council president to appoint 2 members of the governing body to this committee.
So I will be appointing myself and Councilman Saliani to the...
Okay? Do we have a motion to approve 26-196?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Who's got it? I'll go down this way? Sure. Mr. Chalmey? Roll call.
Council President Talmini?
Yes.
Councilman Dumpert?
Yes.
Councilman Eilert?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rose?
Yes.
Councilman Saliani?
Yes.
We have no ordinance on the agenda today. We have no work session. Does anybody from the governing body have any new business? Not seeing any. Does anybody have any old business?
Old business, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Dumpert?
Just wanted to clarify for the public, as on one of our previous agendas, the 279 Ramapo Valley Road property contract. A couple of residents have approached me asking what that's about and why I support it, and want to make clear that the notion of building a senior center in town becomes more real with the acquisition of a property like this, so that the seniors that have built families and contributed throughout their lifetimes here in Oakland have a place to move to if they choose to downsize, and also more affordable options as their family dynamics change. So that on the agenda over the last couple of weeks has piqued some interest, and I just wanted to make my support for that 279 Ramapo Valley Road clear.
Thank you, Mr. Dumpert. Anybody else have any old business?
Yes, Mayor, you touched on it in your report. Can we just go over again for everyone listening about what we're doing for notifications for the garbage?
Yes.
Or Borough Administrator Coons?
Mr. Coons, you want to take that?
Sure. So there will be a direct mailer going out to all residents. That's being prepared now. Should probably be out in the mail by the end of the week. So everybody should start receiving that next week. You'll also see the same information in the Borough newsletter that's published Friday. And then we'll be publishing stuff via e-blast and social media in the couple of weeks leading up to the change.
Can we add a voice contact to that, Mayor?
You want to do reverse 911?
Yeah.
We can do that.
We can do that too?
We'll do that. Okay. Anything else, Mr. Saliani?
That's it.
Anybody else have any old business? Not seeing any. We're up to committee liaison reports. We'll start at my left this time. Mr. Eilert.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. First, I just want to welcome Ed to the Environmental Commission. I got to meet him at our last meeting. He's very knowledgeable, really very nice. He's going to make a great addition to the committee. And then for the Oakland Arts, I just have the outdoor market, which is going to be this Saturday from 10 to 3. It's supposed to be a real nice sunny day for once, so come and check it out. That's all I got.
Thank you. Councilwoman.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor. So the Shade Tree Committee met on June 1st. We're happy to report that they have a full slate of people who have volunteered for it, and we thank for everyone who did that. They have also received the deer report, the deer density report that had come in, which determined that Oakland does have a lot of deer. So we will, figure out what we want to do, keep meeting and figure out what we want to do from there, and everything, what our options are. Their next meeting is on July 13th at 7 p.m. Public events met yesterday, and of course our biggest topic was the carnival, which is on for Wednesday through Saturday, June 17th through the 20th. Access for all will be on for Saturday from 2 to 4, and that is a free event for them as well. You can pre-purchase wristbands for $35, and at the event they're $40. And let's just pray for very good weather. And that's all I have.
Thank you. I was just thinking about the deer report. Mr. Coons, can we get the deer report, make that a public document?
We can put it up on the website.
Let's put it on the website. I think it's very enlightening as far as the residents can really see the order of magnitude of how bad the problem is. And unfortunately, Oakland came in number 1 on this with the most deer. So it's an interesting read. Thank you, Mr. Coons. Mr. Councilman Saliani.
The fire chief asked me to give the following update. On June 4th at 7 p.m., it was a service Memorial Day. He wanted to thank all the public that attended. And from recreation, there is right now all the fall signups are going on. So please go to oaklandrec.org. All registration is due by June 15th. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Dumpert.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Before my report, I would urge the public to pay attention to that July 13th Shade Tree Commission meeting. I know I'll be going. I do want to hear in more depth about the deer herd here in Oakland. I've heard from many residents in town of the absolute nuisance that the deer herd presents, and I've also heard from many residents the need to protect the wildlife in their natural habitat. So I would love to hear from the public and really understand where people stand on this issue. I think there's valid points on both sides, and hearing directly from the public I know will help enlighten me as to where we go as a council. As far as a committee report, stole some of my thunder from DPW about the upcoming paving, but DPW will also be conducting leak studies throughout the borough, so that if we do have to repave the roads, the utilities aren't coming through to rip them right back up and address any potential leaks. So again, that paving process that study will be happening between the 10th and the 30th of June. There is not expected to be any disruption in water service, and that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Talamini.
We have Green Team will be having a meeting tomorrow, 6:10 at 7 p.m. at the library. We're going to be planting the pollinator garden at the library. So anyone is welcome to attend. Again, it starts at 7. Bring some gardening tools. You can bring your friends and some work clothes, but we'll be planting a pollinator garden tomorrow at 7. And then on Tuesday, June 16th, from 7 to 9 at the Senior Center, we're going to be showing a movie called The Pollinators, and there'll be a discussion afterwards. It's supposed to be a pretty good movie, and just hope you can attend. Again, at the Senior Centers, 7 to 9, June 16th. And then I'd just like to take a second to say thank you to everyone that participated in that voted in the primary election. We're going 250 years of democracy, and it's important to vote, important to participate in the process. On the primary, it's a special election. You choose a side. And I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone that voted for me. So when you vote, you're allowed to. You could write something in. And to me, writing in silly things is a waste of a vote. I don't understand it, but. Some of them were amusing. There was one Mickey Mouse that was funny, but then there was one that said "Bye Bye Russ T," and I at first I thought it was I found it amusing, and then as the day went on, I started getting a little paranoid, and I was like, do I have to worry about this? Bye Bye Russ T. I'm sure the person that wrote it thought it was funny, and I initially thought it was funny also. But just in general, people just think before you do something. I have a family, and the fact that I have to think about something like that, it's terrible that we live in a time like this. But I'm 99.99% sure that it was a joke, and at first I laughed. I said, "Oh, bye, Russ T. You know, maybe they need WD-40," but it did cross my mind. So just watch what you're doing. It's a different world. So, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. All right, bills to be paid, Councilwoman.
Bills to be paid is $532,727.20. So moved.
I'll second.
Mrs. Salian, any discussion? Not seeing any, roll call.
Council President Talamini,
Yes.
Councilman Dumpert,
Yes.
Councilman Euler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rose,
Yes.
Councilman Saliani.
Yes.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Mr. Saliani, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Eiler, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned. The next Borough Council meeting will be held on Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026, 7 p.m. here at the Council Chambers, and everybody have a good night. Thank you, everybody. Meeting adjourned.